All right, this video we're going to look at like terms. So I briefly, very briefly explained what like terms were when we did 5A. But if you haven't done so already, you should have these key ideas in your bound reference. So a like term is a term or two terms or two or more terms that have the same pronumeral part. That means they have the same letter. Now, here's some examples in the key ideas section. So you can see here 5AB and 3AB are like terms because they both have AB. And it doesn't matter in the order. It could be AB and BA, but they both have A and B. In the second one, we have 4A and 7B. Now, they're not like terms because we only have an A here and we've only got a B here. So they're not the same. And then if we look at the third one, 2ACB and 4BAC, they're like terms. As I said before, it doesn't matter the order of the letters as long as they're exactly the same. Now let's just have a quick look at a few examples. Now I always like to think of your pronumeral as an object. So if you say here, think of an object that starts with X. So the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is an X-ray. So we have 3 X-rays and we've got 2 more X-rays. How many X-rays do we have together? We have 5. And because we have the same pronumeral part, I could add them together. Now with question B, I've got 3A and 3B. So you could say I've got 3 apples and 3 bananas, but I can't add them together. I can't say I've got 6AB because I've got one fruit, which is an apple, and another type of fruit, which is a banana, but they're not the same, therefore they can't be added. Question C, we have AB and BA. So remember, the order doesn't matter. Usually we put it in alphabetical order, but it doesn't really matter because there's an imaginary multiplication sign. So let me just go off track for a second. So you need to remember that AB is A times B, BA is B times A, and remember in multiplication, the order doesn't matter. So that's like saying 2 times 10 is 20, and 10 times 2 is also 20. So it didn't matter what order I put the 2 and the 10 in, I still got the answer of 20. Now, when you have multiple letters, think of them, I always like to think of fruit because you can make up juice. So here we've got, say, 2 bottles of apple and banana juice and then 5 bottles of apple and banana juice. And together I have 7 bottles of apple and banana juice. 4K, remember there's an imaginary 1 in front of there. So let's say we have 4 kangaroos and another kangaroo. So altogether I have 5 kangaroos. Here I've got 2 apples, and here I've got 4 bottles of apple and banana juice, 2 different objects. Okay, here is an apple, here is an apple and banana juice. Okay, you cannot add them together, so I just leave it like that. They're not like terms. And then the last one, I've got AB and 9ABA. Now, even though that ABA has been repeated, and I'm going to write that here, 9ABA, what we do is we bring those A's together to be A squared. Now, 9A squared B is not a like term with 7AB. And I suppose if we stick to the juice theme, we have in this juice more apples than what we have in this juice. So they're not the same juice. Even though they're both apple and banana juice, this one has a higher concentration of apples. Okay. I just keep using objects because the letters can make it seem quite obscure and a bit hard to understand. So if you just say, all right, instead of having 3x and 2x, you can say, well, let's call them objects, 3 X-rays and 2 X-rays. All right, let's look at some questions. So for this one, I asked you to start at question 6, but there's nothing that is going to hurt you from doing the questions before it. Okay, so they do start off easy, especially question 3. Classify them as like terms or not like terms. Collect your like terms. Simplify by collecting your like terms. Actually, no, I started off at 3. Sorry. Let me just go back. 3 to 9. I don't know why I thought it was 6. Maybe that was the previous week. All right, let's start at question 3. I'm getting my weeks mixed up. All right, so like terms or not like terms. Here we have 7 apples and 4 bananas. Not like terms, okay? Different items of fruit. So you can just put here an N. 3 apples and 10 apples, like terms. 18 x-rays and 32 x-rays, like terms. 4 apples and 4 bananas, not like terms. So even though the number part, the coefficient is the same, the pronumerals aren't. Here we have a constant term. 7 is a constant term. This isn't a constant term. So it's not like term. Here we have 1x and 4x. So 1 x-ray and 4 x-rays gives you 5 x-rays. So that's a like term. 5x and 5, not like because there's no x here. 12ab and 4ab, if you think of the juice, apple and banana juice, like term. CD, carrot and dragon fruit, like term. A, B, C, apple, banana and carrot juice, You can see I'm just focusing on the pronumeral part, not the number. When you're deciding whether they're like terms or not, the number is kind of irrelevant. And then we have apple and banana juice and apple and banana juice. So that's a like term. And then we do have, I think, just one more that you can't see. So let's just clear that. Okay, and then L, 4CD and 4DCE. So if you think of carrot and dragon fruit, carrot and egg juice. Oh, sounds delicious, huh? Not the same. Okay, moving on to question 4. Simplify the following by collecting like terms. So here we have 1 apple, another apple. Together we have 2 apples. 3 x-rays plus 2 x-rays gives you 5 x-rays. 4 bananas plus 3 bananas gives you 7 bananas. 12 dragon fruits minus 4 dragon fruits gives you 8 dragon fruits. 15 umbrellas minus 3 umbrellas gives you 12 umbrellas. 14 apple and banana juice minus 2 apple and banana juice. I have 12 apple and banana juice. 8 apple and banana juice plus 3 apple and banana juice, 11 apple and banana juice. And then 4 xy minus 3xy. You're just left with 1 xy. That was just too difficult to think of something off the top of my head. Okay, moving on. Now, I know I'm talking really, really quickly, but there's nothing stopping you from pressing pause and also rewinding if you need to. Now, question 5, we have to collect like terms. So in this one, because you're just starting with algebra, sometimes it's a good idea to underline your like terms. So here we have our A's in red, and let's do our B's in green. So that means I have to just add my reds together. So 2A and A gives me 3A. And then 4B plus B gives me 5B. Okay, so you can do it like that. Now, if you get to, let's just go a little bit further down where they're not in order. Let me just quickly check what we've got here. So let's look at G. So G, we have 7F and minus 2F here. And then we've got some constants as well. So remember, a constant term is just a number by itself, no letter. Now, when you get them in a different order, if you like, you can write them next to each other. So we have 7F. This minus sign goes with the 2. And then we've got plus 4 plus 8. So there's nothing wrong with rearranging the order of your terms. Just make sure that negative stays with the 2. So let's say we had 7 fingers, cut off 2 fingers, we're left with 5 fingers, and then our numbers. So 4 plus 8 gives you 12. All right, let's have a look at maybe one more. So I'll do I, again, underlining your different pronumerals. So here we have X, X, and an X here. And then we have a Y and a Y here. So just underlining them in different colors just kind of helps you to remember that you can only underline the same pronumeral part. So X, X, and X. So 3X plus 7X minus 4X. and then I'll do the greens, 3y plus y. So you'll notice that I brought that negative over with the 4 here, the negative 4x. All right, so let's add our x's together. 3x plus 7x gives you 10x, minus 4x is 6x, and then we've got 3y plus y gives you 4y. Okay, I'm going to stop there with question 5. I'm not going to do every single one, but please make sure if you have trouble, do ask for some help. All right, let's move on to, oh gosh, there's so many questions there. What did we have to go up to? Question 9. Okay, we can keep going. Okay, so now we're getting into some problem solving questions, and these can be quite tricky. So I might just do question 6 with you here and then have a go at doing 7, 8 and 9, but do ask for help in class if you need to, okay, because algebra for a lot of you is new. All right, Ravi and Marissa each work for n hours per week. Ravi earns $27 per hour and Marissa earns $31 per hour. God, they earn a lot of money. Write an expression for the amount Ravi earns in 1 week. So if he gets paid $27, and we don't know how many hours that is, but we have to multiply it by whatever that is. So it's going to be just 27n. So for Marissa, see if you can write down what hers would be. So if you had 31n, well done. And then write a simplified expression for the total amount that they earn. So we have 27n for Ravi and 31n for Marissa. Now, because they're like terms, we can add them together. So 27 plus 31 gives you 58n. So if you were, I suppose, their employer and you had to work out how much money you needed to pay them both, you would just tally up their hours and multiply it by 58. All right, so we're going to stop there, but you still need to do 7, 8 and 9, but please, if you need help, do ask for help in class. Okay, well done. Bye-bye.